You'd be surprised how mysterious and dramatic Jewish marriage customs were in the ancient world. Forget bridal bouquets and wedding hashtags. Biblical marriage was packed with ritual, negotiation, and secrets that shaped families and destinies for generations. Today, I'm counting down the 10 most puzzling, fascinating, and little-known traditions that made weddings more than just romantic celebrations. These customs bound families together, solved legal puzzles, and sometimes caused unforgettable drama. By the end, you'll see marriage through ancient eyes and maybe even spot a few lessons for today.
Number 10. Levirate marriage, the brother's duty. One of the most unusual requirements was levirate marriage. If a man died childless, the Torah commanded his brother to marry the widow and have children, raising them in the first husband's name. To us, it's a strange mix of love and law, but in their world, it was a survival strategy for family legacy. Refusing wasn't just awkward, it meant public humiliation. Deuteronomy describes a shoe ceremony where the widow removed the man's sandal and spat in his face before the elders. The family would forever be known as the house of the unsandaled. Talk about pressure to keep your promises. Through this practice, ancient Israelites protected widows from poverty and ensured every family line stayed alive. It was less about personal choice than communal obligation, a reminder that marriage often served the survival of community over romance.
Number 9. Sandal ceremony. Contracts sealed with shoes. Speaking of sandals, you might imagine wedding vows written on parchment, signed with flourish. Instead, the ancient Israelites sealed major contracts and agreements, especially during marriage negotiations, by physically handing over a sandal. Ruth chapter 4, verses 7 through 8 describes this sandal ceremony when Boaz redeems Ruth's family rights. It was more than symbolic. Sandals represented social status and practical wealth. Giving up a shoe was like handing over your credit card, your car keys, and your passport all together. This shoe exchange signaled the seriousness of any commitment. I'm so invested in this deal, I'll give you something I literally need to survive. The recipient would hold on to the sandal until the obligation was fully carried out. Imagine explaining that random shoe in your house for years, a constant reminder of a binding agreement.
At number 8, bride price and dowry negotiations. Forget simple gift registries. Every marriage in ancient Israel started with intense negotiations over the bride price, mohar, and dowries. Fathers and sons would haggle, sometimes involving the whole community. Isaac's marriage to Rebekah involved camels, gold, and household goods, sometimes property, sometimes livestock, and sometimes silver or gold. The stakes were high. The mohar was paid to the bride's family, signifying honor and compensation, while the dowry protected the bride in case of tragedy or divorce. Failure to negotiate properly could spark feuds or disputes, and the process often involved public ceremonies or witnesses. These deals were legal, financial, and deeply personal, a mix of family pride and security, unlike anything we experience at modern weddings. Number 7. Betrothal, bound but not together. In biblical times, engagement was called kiddushin and was much more serious than a modern proposal. It was a legally binding contract. The couple was technically married, but they would live apart for up to a year before the final wedding celebration. During this period, the bride and groom prepared for their new roles and responsibilities, but their relationship was protected by the law. Breaking a betrothal required a formal divorce, no second thoughts allowed. The time apart was meant for the groom to build a house and set up finances, while the bride prepared herself for married life. It was an emotional season filled with anticipation, sometimes anxiety, and lots of family involvement.
Number 6. 7-day feasts, the ultimate party. When the time finally came for the couple to unite,
tradition demanded a week-long feast, 7 days of food, music, and blessings. The entire community celebrated, often at great expense. In John 2, we learn just how disastrous it was to run out of wine during such an event, leading Jesus to perform his first miracle. Guests would bring gifts, sing, and dance, and the family's honor hinged on providing enough for everyone. The focus wasn't just on the bride or groom, it included families, neighbors, and distant relatives. Marriage was a public celebration, cementing new bonds and old friendships in the joy of shared abundance.
5. Veiling and identity swaps. A bride's veil was a central symbol of modesty and privacy, but veils sometimes served trickier purposes. The story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel in Genesis 29 hinges on the veil's ability to hide the bride's identity. Jacob worked 7 years for Rachel, but on his wedding night, Leah was brought to him instead, her face concealed until morning. This dramatic mix-up changed the course of Israel's history, leading to rivalries between the sisters and generations of tension between their descendants. The veil protected the bride, but it could also deliver a powerful lesson. Appearances are not always what they seem, and vigilance during big life decisions is essential. Number 4. Parental consent and arranged matches. Most marriages in the Bible were arranged by parents, sometimes even before birth. Abraham sent his servant far away to find a wife for Isaac, while Jacob's marriages were orchestrated by family negotiations. Personal love matches were rare. Family alliances, legacy, and property were key considerations. Parents wielded enormous influence, often making decisions that shaped not just their children's lives, but entire tribes and communities. The marriage process involved elders, extended families, and even servants. Sometimes, family negotiations lasted years, and matches were celebrated as much for political gain as for personal happiness. Number 3. Covenant blood. Strange wedding traditions. Some weddings included a shocking tradition. Tokens, often rags stained with blood, were kept as proof of the bride's virginity. Deuteronomy 22:13-21 outlines how such evidence was used to protect a woman against false accusations. If a groom claimed he found his bride not to be a virgin, her family could produce this cloth in defense. The custom was part pride, part legal insurance, and sometimes a source of scandal. This practice underscores how marriage was tightly governed by honor and communal reputation. It also reveals ancient anxieties about purity and truth, a stark contrast to more private concerns today. Number 2. Witnesses and blessings. There were no rabbis or priests presiding over biblical marriages. Instead, 2 witnesses validated the union, often accompanied by spoken blessings. These ceremonies typically occurred in the groom's home or courtyard, making them community affairs. The spoken blessing could shape the destiny of the couple and their descendants. Being surrounded by community affirmations gave weight and support to the marriage, ensuring everyone recognized and honored the new family unit.
And number 1. Divorce mystery. Secret bills of separation. Marital separation in biblical Israel required a formal document called a get. But the reasons for divorce and the process itself were shrouded in mystery and controversy. Deuteronomy 24 describes the need for a written certificate. Grounds for divorce ranged from serious betrayal to seemingly trivial dissatisfaction. In some periods, interpretation of these rules sparked debate. Was burning a meal grounds for separation, or did it require something more serious? The get was handed privately, often with witnesses. Its delivery ended the marriage, with the couple free to remarry. The rules surrounding divorce reveal how ancient Jewish society balanced individual rights
family honor, and social stability.
Jewish marriage in the Bible wasn't just a celebration of love. It was a complex web of ritual and responsibility shaped by survival, legal puzzles, and family alliances. From the drama of Levirate marriages and veiling mix-ups to feasts, contracts, and mysterious divorce rules, every step was filled with meaning. These customs remind us that marriage is about much more than two people. It's about families, communities, and a shared journey through history. Which of these mysteries would you want to see in a movie? Or maybe even experience for just one day? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more biblical secrets revealed.